Democrat Hillary Clinton's lead over Republican rival Donald Trump widened to 6 percentage points in the latest Reuters, Ipsos U.S. presidential tracking poll, released on Friday, showing Trump losing support among women. The October 21st to 27th opinion poll shows 42% of people who either voted already or expect to vote in the November 8th election support Clinton, versus 36% for Trump. Clinton's lead a week ago was 4 points. The polling was conducted before Clinton's campaign was hit on Friday by the FBI announcement that it was investigating more emails as part of a probe into her use of a private email server while Secretary of State. FBI Director James Comey said in a letter to several congressional Republicans that the agency had learned of the existence of emails that appeared to be pertinent to its investigation. However, he said the FBI did not know if the emails were significant and did not provide a time frame for the probe. Trump, a New York businessman seeking his first elected office, has consistently trailed Clinton in the poll. His level of support has remained below 40% among all likely voters since the beginning of September. Clinton leads Trump by 10 points among likely women voters, up from a 4-point lead the previous week. Clinton has led Trump among women over the last 2 months, though the size of her advantage has varied widely from 1 point to 11 points. In a 2005 video that emerged this month, Trump could be heard bragging in vulgar terms about groping and kissing women. At least a dozen women have since publicly accused him of making unwanted sexual advances. Trump denies the allegations. Trump still has an edge among white women, a key source of strength for Republicans. Trump leads Clinton by 2 points with this group, down from a 12-point lead the previous week. Women tend to lean Democratic, but Reuters' Ipsos polling this month shows a majority of women have an unfavorable view of the former U.S. Secretary of State and believe she is not honest and truthful. Clinton also led Trump by 6 points in a separate Reuters Ipsos poll that included alternative party candidates. Both polls, conducted online in English in all 50 states, included 1,627 American adults who were considered to be likely voters from their voting history, registration status and stated intention to vote. That sample included 965 likely women voters and 776 likely white women voters. Individual responses were adjusted to reflect the overall U.S. population. The poll has a credibility interval, a measure of accuracy, of 3 percentage points for the total sample and 4 percentage points for the women voters. The Real Clear Politics website, which tracks most major polls, shows Clinton leading Trump by an average of 5 percentage points.
In news overseas. With less than 2 weeks before Election Day, U.S. presidential candidates are scrambling to increase and secure voter support, especially in the battleground states. Democrat Hillary Clinton spent her 69th birthday in Florida Wednesday, where her Republican rival Donald Trump also was campaigning. But Trump took a detour Wednesday to formally open his new hotel in Washington, D.C. VOA's Latika Hoke has this report.
Protesters calling for a boycott of Trump hotels gathered outside Washington's old post office pavilion, where the Republican candidate inaugurated his new luxury hotel. The demonstration was organized by a union representing employees in his hotel in Las Vegas after he refused to negotiate with them. Inside the historic building, Trump touted the project in the nation's capital as an example of what he could achieve as president.
A project like this demonstrates what is possible when a team works together for a totally common purpose. It also shows how to work with our government and to get things done. My theme today is 5 words: under budget and ahead of schedule. That's what we did.
He also fought critics complaining about the time he spent off the campaign trail.
I built one of the great hotels of the world. What am I supposed to do, not show up? I'm taking 1 hour off. I'm going to North Carolina right after this. Then I'm going back down to Florida. I'm going up to New Hampshire. I'm all over the place.
In a last-ditch effort to catch up with Hillary Clinton in the opinion polls, Trump is addressing various groups, including dual American-Israeli citizens.
My administration will stand side by side with the Jewish people and Israel's leaders to continue strengthening the bridges that connect not only Jewish Americans and Israelis, but also all Americans and Israelis.
His Democratic rival is also focusing on so-called swing or battleground states.
Every vote counts. Just ask my friend, former Vice President Al Gore. And Lake Worth can make the difference. Florida can make the difference. And if people get out and vote, we will have a victory on November the 8th.
Clinton's daughter Chelsea campaigned for her in Ohio, where Trump maintains a lead in the polls.
We have to turn Ohio blue up and down the ballot, and I know we'll do that with your support.
Clinton appears to have no shortage of supporters in California, where Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame was vandalized by a sledgehammer in the pre-dawn hours Wednesday. A suspect was arrested later in the day, and the damage was quickly repaired.
As the November 8th election nears, Democrat Hillary Clinton and Republican Donald Trump are focused on a handful of so-called battleground states that will determine who will be the next president of the United States. The United States elects a president through the state-by-state accumulation of electoral college votes. From Washington, VOA national correspondent Jim Malone has a look at the battle for swing states this year.
Donald J. Trump! In the final days of the campaign, Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are frequent visitors to the same handful of states, whether it's Trump in Ohio and New Hampshire or Clinton in Florida and Nevada. For several years now, the United States has been sharply divided politically in presidential elections, with many states leaning either Republican, shown in red, or Democratic, shown in blue. Political expert Stephen Wayne.
In many states, one party has a very big lead, and there's no sense in spending a lot of resources at the presidential level in that state.
That leaves about a dozen so-called battleground or swing states where the presidential candidates spend most of their time, says expert Jeremy Mayer.
In the modern presidential campaign, you run campaigns only in about 12 states. The list can change from year to year, although in the last 3 election cycles it's fairly stable.
The swing states that get the most attention include large states like Florida and Ohio, as well as smaller ones like North Carolina, Nevada, and New Hampshire. Since the 1992 election won by Bill Clinton, Democrats have generally had more success in winning key swing states, and that makes it challenging for Trump this year, says analyst Austin Hart.
He's got to win voters in Florida, Ohio, perhaps Colorado and Nevada. He's got to shore up things in Pennsylvania if he can. So he has a heavy load in front of him.
Folks, we're run by people that are not smart people.
In the final days of the campaign, candidates target a relatively small group of voters in a handful of states, says expert Jennifer Lawless.
The question is now that sliver of independence. But it's not only the sliver of independence, it's smaller than that. It's the sliver of independents who live in battleground states. So we're talking about a very, very small percentage of the population.
Polls show Clinton leading nationally and in several key battleground states, though Trump remains competitive in a few key states like Ohio, Florida, and North Carolina.
Sa iba pang mga balita sa labas ng bansa, nagsama sa entablado para sa kauna-unahang pagkakataon ang former First Lady na tumatakbo ngayon sa pagka-presidente na si Hillary Clinton at ang kasalukuyang First Lady na si Michelle Obama nitong Huwebes sa papalapit na eleksyon. Ikinampanya ni Michelle Obama si Hillary sa mga taga Winston-Salem, North Carolina kung saan naghayag siyang muli ng emosyonal na talumpati na naging trademark na nito mula nang umpisahan niya ang pangangampanya kay Democrat standard-bearer Hillary Clinton. Ayon kay Obama, mas higit ang kasanayan at exposure ni Clinton kaysa ibang kandidato sa pagka-presidente. Dagdag pa niya, maging kay Barack Obama at Bill Clinton, mas nakakalamang rin umano ito sa kasanayan kung kaya't siya ay karapat-dapat at handa na sa pagiging Commander-in-Chief. May tuturing ang North Carolina bilang isa sa iilang battleground states na kailangang mapanalunan sa botohan kung nais makapasok ng isang kandidato sa White House. Samantala, nangunguna sa average poll sa nasabing lugar si Clinton na may 3 percentage point lead laban kay Republican Donald Trump. Magkakaalaman kung sino ang bagong mahahalal na presidente ng Amerika sa nalalapit na eleksyon nitong November 8.